Hey guys, good evening. How are you? I am Oracle of Divine Truth, Miss V, also known as the Revealer of Truth, Miss V. I'm coming back tonight, and I will be continuing to do these. This is what you call the other side. This is going to be a series, okay? Um, as many of you guys may know, and for those that are new to my channel, welcome, first and foremost. I am a medium, so I am able to connect to those who have passed on. And I love connecting to the other side. It's a beautiful thing. So I kind of want to create series about pick a card readings surrounding the paranormal, surrounding the deceased. And so this is going to be the beginning of my The Other Side um, series. So today, this is going to be a quick pick a card. And the question is your house haunted? Is your house haunted? So with that being said, if you are someone that may be afraid of this type of stuff, I recommend that you go ahead and click off. But for those who actually find the other side to be intriguing or is curious to know, then this is definitely your pick a card. Before I dive into the pals, again, I want to say thank you for those who have subscribed. Um, Thank you for those who have subscribed. Thank you for the likes. That's greatly appreciated. Um, and for those that has not subscribed, make sure that you do. Okay? Getting back to the pick a card, we have three pals here pertaining to Is Your House Haunted? So we do have pal 1. This is actually going to be lavender. Okay? You guys may not see it. I didn't want the room to be extremely bright, but I will put the timestamps in the description below. So pile 1 is actually lavender, okay? You can pick one or more than one. Pick to the one that you're drawn to. For pile 2, this is lemon. Pile 2 is lemon. And for those that select pile 3, we have the rose, okay? So pile 1 is lavender. Pile 2 is lemon. Pile 3 is the rose. I have already tapped into the collective's energy. So there's cards that have been shuffled. However, if you pick a pile and yes, your house is haunted, I will be pulling 4 more additional cards. Okay? But that would only be for the pals that do have a haunted house. Know that I have not looked at these cards, so I have no idea what's behind these cards. Again, the timestamps will be down below. So, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to put pal 3 over to the side here. And I'm going to put pal 2 over to the side here. Okay. So again, for those who selected pal 1, the lavender, you wanted to know, is your house haunted? Let's see what cards come out for pile 1, the lavender. So, the first card that we have is purpose. We also have the chicken card. We also have kitchen witchery recipes. And you also have the coming of winter. Alright, so for those that chose pile 1, is your house haunted? Pile 1, your house is not haunted. Okay, let me move this over. Pile 1, your house is not haunted. However, do you have a spirit in your home? Yes, you do. The spirit that is in your home, I actually feel 2. For many of you, there's 2 spirits in your home, okay? but it's not haunted. With these two spirits, they're acknowledging that power one, you guys could be a little bit scared of this stuff. Like if you actually saw a spirit, you know, you would be creeped out because they got the chicken card here. So anytime this card comes out, it makes me feel like, you know, they would like to show themselves, but they know that, you know, it is scare the shit out of you. So, you know, that's a little jokey joke like, oh my God, they're a chicken. Okay. Um, Now, for those that selected Power One, there is a spirit that is there for a reason. I feel like for many of you, there is someone that was very religious or very spiritual. Okay. Um, it's giving me the energy that this wouldn't be like a recent ancestor. Not to say that this person is not an ancestor, but it's definitely not anybody recent. I'm getting maybe back 1900s, late 1800s. Could be the early part of the 1900s, but just pretty much in that era. And then for others, I'm getting a strong energy of a grandmother. And I feel like this grandmother may spend a lot of time in the kitchen. So it makes me feel that, and this is only going to resonate with a few, okay? Um, this would be a grandmother that had a favorite recipe. This would be a grandmother that loved to cook. This would be a grandmother that loved to have gatherings at their house. It feels like this grandmother energy likes to be in the kitchen. So um, I do feel with this energy here, Power One, you may definitely hear noises. And maybe you check the noises out and there's no evidence of why you heard that noise. Some of you guys may, again, just have activity in your kitchen area. For some of you, when you are in the kitchen cooking, this grandmother is kind of guiding you. Especially for those that season without a measuring cup. If you know, you know, right? I just had a vision that this may only resonate with one person. I had a vision that somebody was kind of like walking up towards their house and they end up looking inside of a window and they thought they saw somebody. You did. So even though your house is not haunted, you do have paranormal activity. But I feel like this spirit tries to be quiet, but sometimes they can make a little racket at times. And for many of you, they've already saw your reaction and how it may have freaked some of you guys out, which is why they may have not tried to fully connect with you in that way. Because I feel like these spirits are not harmful. I feel like whomever this spirit is that is very religious or very spiritual person, I don't know, it makes me feel like it's connected to possibly the property or the land. And I feel that this spirit is very protective of your home. Okay? So even though, again, Power One, you guys' house is not haunted, I still want to pull some cards. So for Power One, Divine Spirit, I'm going to shuffle one time. Collective for Power One. I'm going to shuffle one time. Is their house haunted? And we already actually received the answer to this question, but I just want to keep the basis of that question and see what comes out. Asking for 4 cards for Power One, Collective Insight. Is their house haunted? 4 cards for Power One. Is their house haunted? For Power One. Is their house haunted? For Power One. And is their house haunted? Okay. So let's see what came out here. We do have blind. Okay. Some of you guys are afraid of the dark. Okay. Some of you guys do not like to, I don't know, I just had a vision of walking around in the house. Somebody turns on a lot of lights when they're going into different rooms, especially at nighttime. I feel like whomever this spirit may have been, whether it is the person that was a part of the property or a part of the land, or whether this is a grandmother figure or someone that wore glasses. Okay. For some of you, if you have a camera, you may have recorded some type of paranormal activity or may have noticed something on a camera. And for those that has never done that before, if you did utilize a camera, you may catch some type of paranormal activity. But I feel like for you, a lot of the activity is not really seen by the naked eye. For some reason, I'm getting more so sounds than anything, and I feel that one of the reasons why there may be an energy where you're not able to see, number one, that's because they don't really want to identify themselves because they're aware that it would kind of scare you. Um, it was something else I was going to say. But for some of you, maybe your third eye may not be extremely open like that, okay, as well. You know, see, outer worldly. I'm not for sure if you guys can see that, but this is outer worldly. So again, this is confirmation that for power one, your house is not haunted, but you do have spirits, okay? And then the last card that came out is electromagnetic. So I feel like this is a spirit or spirits that can mess with your devices. If you have a lot of blinking of lights in your kitchen or just blinking of lights in general. Um, just because this grandmother figure loves to be in the kitchen, I don't feel like these both spirits are bound to the kitchen. For some people, there could be failures in your electronics very quickly. Like you get something new, but it doesn't last too long as well because it looks as if these spirits do drain energy. If there is someone that has been having issues with their camera, outside camera, indoor camera as well, when it comes to battery issues, like you charge up your battery but it just seems like it's draining extremely quickly, that is because the spirit's energy. Okay. For some of you, the initials to this grandmother figure, whether this is her nickname, first name or last name, T, P, N, and O. Okay, could be significant. Pisces. So somebody's grandmother could have been a Pisces or may have passed away in the Pisces season or the winter season. Whether this grandmother passed away in the winter season or was born in the winter season. Okay, so that does complete Power 1. I hope you enjoyed. I'll be doing more of various videos like this in the future. Ashe. We get ready to move on to Power 2. Alright guys, for those who chose Power 2, which is the lemon, is your house haunted? Let's see what came out for you guys. So we do have the card of prophecy. We do have the card of Mott, which is gathering. We also have the card of healer. And we also have the card of ancestors. Okay. So for those that chose Power 2, is your house haunted? I won't say it's haunted, but you definitely have spirits, Power 2. Many of those that selected Power 2 have spiritual gifts. You are a healer in some shape or form. For some of you guys, you may do divination. Try divination yourself using tarot cards, oracle cards as well. Some of you guys are into moon magic. Some of you guys are moon goddesses as well. Some of you guys actually that does practice and aspects of spirituality as a healer. Many of you, this is not your first lifetime with these gifts. These gifts has been passed down to you from a past life. So there's definitely spirit activity for Power 2. Okay? Understand that when we're using tarot cards, oracle cards, pendulums, Ouija boards, that is a portal. So I feel like many of you may have been born with your gifts, and many of you have unlocked your third eye, even if you wasn't born with gifts. I do see your ancestors being very present as well. But I also feel that it's something about the land that your home, apartment is on that also could have a portal or could be a portal as well. Some of you guys may be around a lot of trees or have a lot of trees in your yard, or it's a lot of trees very near where you are. I feel like there's also paranormal activity as well. I also feel like there could be elementals. So I feel like, yes, your home definitely has spirits. For some of you guys that selected Power 3, you burn candles. That is a portal as well. So there's definitely activity. So for some of you, you may not be afraid of this because you shouldn't be, especially if you're doing tarot oracle cards and burning candles. You should not be afraid of spirits. Not saying getting readings, but actually doing them yourself. You should not be afraid, because that's a portal, so that's also a part of communication with an origin that is no longer of the 3D world. Okay. For some of you, there is something significant about a tree. A tree is just coming up very, very strong. So I don't know if there is a specific tree on your property. So for Power 2, I'm definitely going to be using these cards here to get some more information. So for those that selected Power 2, even though I know that your house is not haunted, however, you do got spirits. You work with spirit already. You are a spiritual being. Your ancestors are very much around as well. I also see you guys connecting with elementals on your property. Your property is also a portal, whether you are in an apartment complex or not, okay? So let's get some additional insight. Again, I'm going to be posing the same question even though I have the answer, but I just want to see what comes out for spirit. So for those that selected Power 2, I'm going to shuffle 2 times. Is their house haunted? Final shuffle. Is their house haunted? Okay, asking for 4 cards. For those that selected Power 2, is their house haunted? For Power 2, 4 cards only. Is their house haunted? Power 2. 4 cards only for Power 2. 4 cards only for Power 2. And for Power 2. Alright, so let's see what came out here. So we do have mother. Okay, so for some of you guys, this ancestor is a mother figure. So for those that has lost a mother or someone that was like a mother figure to you, this person is definitely very much around in your home. Okay, and if you do divination, you're actually divining and communicating with this mother figure. The next card that came out, we do have age. Okay, so for some of you, this mother could have been at an older age when they may have passed, okay? But for others, it definitely seemed like there's elders, elder ancestors, okay? Or again, someone old, of older age. I definitely feel like this would definitely be family because it's like there's a photo of family. So this is definitely an elder of your ancestor. Some of you guys know how to or has done automatic writing. This is actually a great form for Power 2 for those that does automatic writing or has thought about automatic writing. You can actually channel messages from your ancestors. You can actually hold a dialogue. The fact that we have two L's, the initial L is significant, possibly to a mother figure or an ancestor that has passed on. Okay? And I'm getting first name. So initial L is coming up very strong. For some of you, the month of September is significant to an ancestor or, again, a mother figure as well, whether it's the birthday or the month of their passing. Okay? And then we do have the card of loss. Okay? Like I said, I feel like there is spirit energy on the property, on the land. So I do feel that there's also certain spirits that you may have that may also be lost. Some of you guys are mediums. Okay, a tarot reader, an oracle reader, and a medium are two different things. Some of you guys are mediums. So with that being said, by you being the light, they're going to draw to you automatically. And for some of you, and many of you that may have selected Power 2, this again ain't going to apply to everyone. For those that know that they have mediumship abilities, you are able to cross the deceased over to the other side. You are able to guide them because you are the light. You have healing abilities. Also, the initial G is significant, either to a mother or an ancestor, first name basis only. Okay. And for some, this mother loved the color green, but this is not going to apply to everyone. Okay. Alright guys, so this is Power 2. Alright, I do hope you enjoyed. I will be doing more of these videos as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to Power 3. Alright, so for those that chose Power 3, the Rose, okay, is your house haunted? Let's see. So the first card that came out is Objectivity. You have Scrying, Divination. And we have the card of Gratitude. So for Power 3, is your house haunted? No, your house is not haunted, Power 3. I'm not seeing a haunting. And I'm not really seeing a lot of spirit activity for Power 3. Now, this is only going to apply to some. For some of you guys, that may be a spirit, but this spirit tries to stay out your way. So you wouldn't even feel or know that this spirit is around. For some of you, it could be there's an object that you may have. Okay? For some of you guys, there's an object of a deceased loved one. And they kind of pop in. They don't just constantly be around you. They pop in and check on you. Make sure you're straight, there for you when you're not straight. And then kind of move on. For others that don't have an object, again, your house is not haunted, but you may definitely have spirits that pop in just to see how you're doing, check in on you as well. This message that I'm hearing is going to be for one person, possibly. There's someone that's been trying to tap into divination, okay? Trying to learn, like play around with it every blue moon. But it's like, be careful with that, because somebody is not properly closing the circle after they're done. And even though it's not a problem now, it can create a problem because there could be some darker things that would try to come in. So for those that is learning to read or has been practicing but don't really read it much, and especially if you're just not aware of protection, there's a need for you to do that first. Okay, before you open up something you're going to have a difficulty getting rid of. So for pile 3, I will not be pulling this deck of cards here. This deck of cards were only for the piles that did have hauntings or spirit activity. Okay, so pile 3, you can rest knowing that again, not much is going on for you guys. Okay, like I said, there definitely could be your loved ones popping in. Now for those that have objects, like I said, there could be a haunted object. And it's not really haunted. I'm not going to use that word because haunted means that there's a lot of spookiness going on. But I feel that somebody could just have an object of a loved one, and this person kind of pops in every blue moon, you know, to kind of check in on you. But that's about it. So power 3, y'all can sleep well knowing that everything is good. All right, guys. So that was quick and easy. I do hope that you enjoyed. And until next time, Ashe.